Hey everybody, welcome back to the homestead. It's been a while since I had a video. We've just been dealing with a lot of family issues and getting people settled down. But we've also been giving a lot of thought to getting our gardens ready. As you can see here, this is the garden that we put in last year, and we put a small fence around to keep the deer out because the deer were nipping away at the apple buds of some trees we just planted. It does look like there's some buds back on those trees now. So hopefully this year we're gonna see a little bit more growth. This weekend we got more trees coming. I got another, I think 100 trees coming. Only one more apple tree and a bunch of high bush cranberries. So we're gonna have to make a space for them where the deer can't get at them. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the electric fence expanded around and set up a couple gates for the electric fence. We'll be pounding poles and running wires and setting up the electric fence gates too, so we can get the tractor in down there and we can get the people in up here. This rhubarb here came from my dad's farm. That's the farm that we lived on when we grew up, and he's just moving out of there now, so I thought I'd come in and get a patch and put it here. So it's nice to have rhubarb around for muffins, and my favorite is rhubarb crisp. You can see here, this is the high bush cranberry we planted last year. It's coming along nicely. They're just small. I mean, I think last year it started out about that small. There's more there and there, and another one over there. And another one there. So this is the area. You can see we've been taking some of the wood chips there. We're going to spread that out. We got one more apple tree to plant. We'll plant that down there somewhere, and we'll put all our high bush cranberry in there. And hopefully at some point we'll get some more blueberries down there. We got 3 up here, but they're just, I think we got about 7 blueberries last year. That might be exaggerating a bit. It takes them a bit to get going. Last year I bought 8-foot poles. I have no idea why. The chance of you getting a pole into the ground here, even 6 inches, is kind of like buying a lottery ticket. So this year I bought 6-foot poles. We got 15 of them, and so we saved a couple from where we're expanding the garden out. So let's get pounding these guys in. We're just going to use this heavy pole pounder. It's pretty heavy. There must be a bunch of steel in the end there, but we'll just put it on and slide up and down. There is powered ones you can get, but for the amount of poles we put in here, it's not worth it. Like I said, with the issue with rocks, a lot of the time you got to take it out and put it in somewhere else. You can see the other fence that we put in last year, it has lots of poles in, and I had to use an excavator to get those posts in. Each post took about a half an hour to put in. So about 9.5 hours, I think, to put this in together. So when we're pounding the T-posts in, we got to make sure the flat side is to the inside the garden. And the reason is just the way these guys fit on. And what these do are they hold the wires on. So we put them on there like that. They just thread sometimes. So the wire will go on the inside. Because if you have it off to the side, there's no way you can turn it around. So you just have to make sure the flat side is to the inside. See, I hit rocks already. I can feel it in the ground. I can feel it shaking over here. There we go. That's a reality of living around here, is there's so many rocks in the ground. Lots of rocks. there we go. This will be the corner post, and we'll put a gate right here. Going a little crooked. We'll take it out and try again. Now it's going the other way. Well, it's not perfectly straight, but there's a bunch of rocks down there we're not getting around, so that's where she's going to be. This is going to be the spot here where we're going to put the tractor gate. It's not a gate, but it's the electric wires will just be hooked up so we can undo them and let the tractor drive in here should we need it. Be nice for bringing soil in or whatever. Well, that should be it. All right, we're back. So today we're going to run the electric wire all the way around to keep the pesky deers out and maybe a few rabbits. Save them for hunting season. And I'll show you how to put these guys on. Now when you buy these things, there's about 4 different types. They all kind of look the same when they're in the bag, so make sure you get the right type. These ones are for T-bar posts, and you can also get ones that nail on. You can get ones for round posts, etc., etc. So let's have a look how this works. So you can see that, like I said, you want the flat side in, so that this goes on top like that. Slides right down there. When you get it in the spot you want, you just snug that guy up a little bit. And this ring that's rotating has little nubs on it, so it kind of locks in each time it comes to a nub. There you go. And you don't want to go too far because these things will break. Don't ask me how I know. So that's all you need. It's not like the animal's going to push against that if you had an animal in here or something like that, because they're going to get zapped and they tend to go away from that. So we'll get all these up and then we'll run the wire. So hooking up the wires, we're going to start with the bottom wire here. This was the section that ran down before to the smaller area we had fenced off. That was real simple, you just put it through like that. And you can even go back around again. I like to do like a little figure 8 there, just like that, because it keeps it tight between each post. Whereas if you just run it all just through once and it's straight through there, the whole line is subject to, if one area becomes slack, the whole line becomes slack. So just like to snug it up a little bit like that. And of course, it doesn't quite reach to there. But I'll show you how we're going to fix that. As you can see, this is the wire that we're using. It's basically just like a polypropylene or something like that. And then inside there's a little stainless steel wire in there, and that carries the current. So when we're doing a connection, we want as much of this touch in contact with the rest of it, so the current will carry through. So I think what we're going to do here, I don't know if I can undo that or not. Yeah, I can undo that. That's even better. Just like that. So what I'm going to do is I think it's a fisherman's knot, more or less. Take that one end out like that. This here. Just kind of keep our fingers in there like that. Wrap it around and back through that. Where'd that loop go? There we go. And that should ensure that at least, hopefully, that wire is touching this wire somewhere. We'll find out for sure when we hook it all up. There we go in here. So like I said, this is going to be our gate, but you just have to step over that wire. So when the tractor comes in, the tractor will be going over this, but we can always just come over and push those down like that, and it won't be a big deal. So this one does have a handle here, which we'll show you how we're going to do that. So we just create a loop there, like that. And then we get one of these handy dandy guys. And you see these have springs in the back. We just put that on there like that. The other wire is going to come off here. It's spring loaded, so it keeps tension on it all the time. So you just have to pull it ahead and it comes off like that. We'll show you how we're going to do that. Put a couple loops through there just to encourage how much contact we have. Yeah, you can see it's tight there now, so that's where we want her. Tight, not loose. All right, so then when the fence is on and we want to get in there, we can just come up and just undo it like that. So we'll continue on. So I think that's good enough for today. We got the fence up, as you can see. I just wanted to make sure we got to that point because the trees are coming tomorrow and they're dry roots, so they got to get into the ground fast, otherwise they dry out and die. Last year we planted some high bush cranberry in here. And you can see it's budding nicely. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a cranberry this year. That would be awesome. Or an apple, or a pear. One would be a nice start. So I plugged the fence in. No sense in having the fence up if it's not turned on. So this is how I check it. I hate touching an electric fence. I did enough when I was a kid. So what I do is I put a screwdriver, ground it to the post, and then you get it close. I don't know if you can hear that, but there was a little clicking, and that's the little arc between the fence and the screwdriver grounding out to the post. So that's good. We know it's working. Maybe we'll invite someone over and get them to tell them it's off, and I'll get them to touch it. Anyway, we're gonna head inside and make up some dinner using some wild product that we got from the forest here yesterday. So come along. All right, tonight we're gonna have pizza, homemade pizza, one of my favorites. Mrs. Homesteader's out of town, so we're gonna hot this up a little bit with some jalapenos. But the thing I wanted to show you that we got out of the bush the other day was some nice wild leeks. Woo! They smell great. And I'm gonna try them on the pizza. I never had them on pizza before, so we'll check her out. If you wanna know more about wild leeks, or ramps as we call them, you can watch this video here. I made that last year, and we took our little Siberian Husky out there to help us out. All right. The pizza stone's been in the oven for about half an hour at 500. We're gonna take a little bit of cornmeal, throw that on top of the stone so our pizza doesn't stick. There's our beautiful pizza. You can tell it's a bit hot there. And we go for 5 minutes. All right, it's been in just over 5 minutes. Let's take her out. Look at that. That's a nice looking pizza. She's a little bit messy. Maybe I shouldn't have put so much stuff on. Anyway, we'll give her a try. That is great. If you get a chance, get yourself some ramps and put them on your pizza. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, here we go. We just got back from the place that brings the trees in for the year, and we're gonna get our apple trees planted. We got some oaks in there. We got red pine, white pine, tamarack, serviceberry, shoreline bundle, which is high bush cranberry, dogwood osier. So let's get at this. As you can see, it's getting a bit dark out. Mrs. Homesteader is about 200 miles that way, and it's raining, so it's coming this way. So we'll get these planted, and we got a little compost there too that we're going to put in the hole as well. No surprise, big rocks there. We got the hole there. We're going to throw a little compost and manure in the bottom. Give it a little bit better of a chance. So if you look at the other video there, last year I planted the trees and I didn't have my fence up, and within about I'd say 2 days, the deer came and nipped all the buds off. So the trees are growing again, but I think we basically lost a year of production. Well, there we go. There's one Cortland tree. Got a few little busted branches here, probably just from shipping, but we won't worry about that. So it looks pretty nice. They're a little bit bigger than the ones that came last year. Hopefully we get one apple this year, maybe. If not, next year. So anyway, we're going to try to get a few trees in before it starts raining too hard. I think it's supposed to rain for about 3 days, so that it'll be good for the trees, obviously, but they got to be in the ground for that. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you can, and share this on your social media. That would be great. I just hit 300 subscribers, which I'm thrilled about. It takes a lot, and it's surprising. Only about 10% of the people that watch the videos actually subscribe. So if you made it this far, if you could please subscribe, that would really help a lot. 500 is my next target. As soon as I can make 500, I'll be very, very happy. So thanks again for coming to the homestead, and we'll see you next time.